college. Nice. Do you know what you want to do yet?
No, I don't know yet.
You got a bachelor's degree. Do you know what you want to do yet?
I still don't know.
Oh, you got a second bachelor's degree. Do you know what you want to do yet?
I still have not figured it out.
Third college degree, huh? Any idea?
Can you just stop asking me at this point?
This is the story of how I ended up choosing the PA profession. So many moons ago when I was in high school, I was told that I should be a doctor and I said, okay. I knew I liked kids, so the first career that I ever considered was being a pediatrician. I did not go very far with that. Mainly because it wasn't something I wanted to do, it's just something that I thought people wanted me to do. So I didn't have the right type of motivation. So in college, I started working with a lot of students with disabilities. I was even a personal trainer for some of those students, trying to get them to have a healthier lifestyle. So that introduced me to the field of occupational therapy. So I volunteered at multiple different occupational therapy settings. I shadowed 5 or 6 different OTs, not just for a day, for weeks and months and semesters. I worked in a geriatrics OT facility where the patients actually stayed there. I worked with pediatrics where they were helping kids with learning and cognitive disabilities. It was a beautiful field and I was helping people cope with their disabilities, but it just wasn't for me. So then I thought, why not check out physical therapy instead? So of course I went all in again. I did a full-time 3-month internship at a physical therapy clinic, followed by 3 more months of working there and getting paid this time, but it just wasn't clicking. So while I was trying to figure out what to do with my life next, I got a job offer at a law firm. So this lawyer asked me if I have any background in law at all, and I said, nope, all I know is healthcare. And somehow I still got hired for the job. So then I left the healthcare field and entered law. I was a paralegal in training, kind of, and I was preparing all these documents for lawyers like affidavits, intent for this or that. I was suing bad people pretty often on behalf of the lawyers, and it was pretty intense. And I really tried to like law, but it wasn't for me either. And then I thought, I'm gonna be my own boss. I'm very creative. I know how to bake, I can paint, I write poetry, I can decorate cakes. I can figure out something and have that be my career. But that didn't last very long until reality hit me in the face. Although I'm willing to use my creativity as a side income, I just didn't think it was the best idea to have that be my main career. Not at that time anyway. So then I was like, you know, why don't I try teaching? I learned English as my 3rd language. I bet I can teach other people to learn it as well, especially if I do one of the teaching abroad programs. So of course I looked into it, how to start teaching, getting my license, and all that fun stuff until I started talking to a few teachers. I was actually a teacher's aide for a couple years, a few years ago, so I knew what it was going to be like. And after a couple months, I just realized that is not where I want to be heading. Teachers are fabulous. I have so much respect for all my friends that are teachers, but it just wasn't my forte. So then I am lost again, and I don't know what I'm doing. And then I thought, hey, why don't I try becoming a psychologist? One of my bachelors is already in psychology. I think I know what I'm getting myself into. I didn't. So I started shadowing a few psychiatrists because that's all I had access to at the time. And he happened to be working with PTSD patients, which may not have been the best intro to the field for me. And it made me realize that I soak up people's emotions like crazy. So if I were to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist, I would have a very hard time separating my work life from my personal life, because I would let all the pain of my patients bleed into my life, and it just wasn't for me. So now I'm back to being lost, completely unaware of where I fit in. And at that point, I had to move to a different city. So after that change, I figured, you know, let me get back in healthcare. Let me give it another try. So I looked into all the different types of healthcare, and I really liked the field of optometry. So of course, I got a job at an eye clinic, and I spent so many hours with optometrists trying to learn everything I could about them, until I realized I wanted more. So then I also happened to be working with a few ophthalmologists in the same practice. So I started shadowing all these ophthalmologists, scribing for them, working up their patients, shadowing them in operating rooms, and it was fascinating. But again, I didn't know if I had the right motivation to be a doctor. I didn't want to go through 10 more years of school. So after being so close to figuring out what I want, I was just lost again. Until I was having lunch with a bunch of nurses, and one of them mentioned something about a PA. I decided to look it up, and boy did I look it up. every single question you might have about PA. What is a PA? Where did PAs come from? How do you become a PA? What kind of licenses do you need? What states can you work as a PA? What classes do you need to become a PA? Any and every type of question that may come to mind when you first hear about the PA field, I researched it. I researched the heck out of the entire career. I read every single article that I could get my hands on, every CASPA related article, how to apply article, all the prerequisites article. I spent hours and hours on all the websites of all these different schools that I may potentially apply to. And honestly, I learned everything I could about this field. And finally, I felt like I could belong here. This could be my thing. So then I started taking all the classes that I didn't have and shadowing any PA that would allow me to shadow them. And I started building my PA portfolio. So that is how it all happened, and I'm so happy that I'm finally here. I just want to tell you that if you feel lost, that's totally okay. Go explore all the fields that you can potentially see yourself in and try to figure out what works, what doesn't work. It took me so many years to get to where I am today, and I would not have been as confident in picking PA if I didn't go through all those different careers that I went through. PA was my 10th career choice, but it is also my best career choice because it fits me in every single way. If you have any other questions or if you just want to share your journey with me, please comment them below. I can't wait to read them. Hey fam, my name is also Fam and my channel is about all things PA. If you're interested in this career field, please consider subscribing because I will be making videos every single week. Thank you for watching.